So today I'm actually going to address a question that I've been getting a lot actually in the last few weeks of why I'm selling my 2019 Prizm LeBron James cards. Hi everyone, it's been a while. I've been super busy in my personal life, so I haven't been able to upload much of YouTube videos, so I'm super happy to be back. So today I'm actually going to address a question that I've been getting a lot actually in the last few weeks of why I'm selling my 2019 Prizm LeBron James cards that I personally got graded. And I'll show you the results in a different video of my recent PSA submissions, as well as the Tyler Herro PSA 10 base cards that I've been collecting pretty rigorously over the last few months. And lastly, why I sold Jayson Tatum rookie base cards as well. So obviously these three great players had the opportunity to play in the conference finals, and what I did was sell most of my cards starting game one of each series between the Nuggets and Lakers and Celtics and Heat, starting right off the bat. And that's because of two very specific reasons. Number one is I knew that there were going to be an influx of supply of cards once either of these teams perform well and move on to the finals, and if these individual players had a really, really good game. A good example is Tyler Herro, right? He had that one game against the Celtics where he was just absolutely phenomenal, I think scoring over 35 points as a rookie. And guess what? Like immediately after that happened, there was such a big influx of his cards into the market. And yes, his overall price did go up, but as I have mentioned in my previous videos, because the supply is going up as well, it may not be as liquid as you may think, unless you have a local shop or something like that you have a relationship with, where you can just take the card and get a cash equivalent or a trade for another card. It's a very tough market to sell cards at the value that it is quote unquote valued at. So that's one of the reasons why I went ahead and sold my LeBron 2019 Laker jersey, Prizm base 10s and 9s, as well as Tyler Herro's and Jayson Tatum's as well. And you may be asking, hey, what about your Denver Nugget cards? Unfortunately, I wasn't a believer of the Nuggets, and as some of you guys may suspect, I'm a big Lakers fan, so it just didn't make sense to kind of double down on both teams. So yeah, so that's reason number one. I wanted to get ahead of both the demand and the supply of the market and just sell the card immediately, and I was able to do that within 24 hours of posting in the forums and the tools that I use to sell. Reason number two, and this may be tied more closely aligned with like a strategy conversation of investments, but I'm starting to realize that when the market is hit hard, quote unquote, right, when there's softness in the market, when there's corrections, when there's more attention being given to another sport, the first set of cards that are being hit, as you may already know, is the base cards. And for rookies in the last 5 years or so and their rookie cards, it's primarily speculations. Like, for example, Bam Adebayo, a great player right now, but do you really believe that he's going to be all-time top 15 players of all time? My guess is probably not. Maybe some of you believe that he is and are willing to invest in him, but for me, he's not. So I don't have a personal sort of long-term collection meaning for his cards, so I can drop them very easily, and they're definitely more for like liquidity and a fast turnaround and investment cards, in my opinion. So what I have been starting to do is, whether I buy the cards already graded at 10 or 9, or buy lots of raw card and get them graded myself and take the risk or opportunity to get some 10s, get some 9s, maybe even some 8s in that mix. Of course, I'll do some quality control before I send them in for grading and sell those and not have too much sentimental values to them. But of course, it's a different story when it comes to parallels, right? For example, I have a couple of the LeBron 2019 Prizm, the one in his Laker jersey, in parallels that I may sell actually if Lakers end up winning. But I may actually also keep as well. It has a sentimental value for me. LeBron James is a player that I like. Lakers is a team that I root for and have been rooting for, and that is his first card as a Laker to win in the year that Kobe passed. Like, that's pretty meaningful for me, right? So I may even keep those parallels and see where they go. But if somebody offers an amount that I cannot reject, maybe I would consider, right? And Tyler Herro as well. Like, I think that he's going to be an amazing player down the line. I mean, he's shown us nothing but greatness in his rookie year. So yes, I did sell his base Prizm 10s that I bought over the course of months, but I kept his parallels, right? I have the fast break red Prizm that's also numbered PSA 10, matches his jersey color. As long as he stays with the Miami Heat, it's going to be a very valuable card. So yeah, I'm keeping that and not selling that just yet. So I hope that answers some of your questions of, hey, like, why are you selling these cards that may feel a little bit early? And for me, there's the value of being able to easily transact and easily liquidate these cards because it is not something that I do full time. So I'm willing to take a 40% gain versus a 47% gain or something like that. And I love doing like bulk deals for buyers who want to buy more than 2 to 3 because it saves me time to drop off at the local UPS store and such. So yeah, for me, it's both the funness of the sport that I love and the teams and the players that I love, but also making some cash along the way. But I'm okay not taking a full profit out of it. I hope that answered your question of why I'm dropping some of these cards a little bit before they may be at its peak. Yeah, so my recommendation is, really tune into your risk appetite and why you're in this hobby, and play along with that, and never go beyond your own risk appetite. Always do your study. Don't listen to just one person or two mainstream podcasts and make a decision that you may regret, but really do your research and understand, where am I going to feel comfortable? Like, make sure you're not jeopardizing rent money or money that you need for your family, but really take the right amount of risk that you feel comfortable with, I guess is what I will end with here. So thanks everyone again for tuning in. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.